You are on deferred adjudication. Do you realize that? All right, you're mumbling. I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what's your range of punishment? If a motion to revoke were filed, and if you were sentenced to prison, how much time could you be sentenced to?
1 year.
No. Higher. How much time could you be sentenced to?
I don't know.
Life. Let that sink in. The whole thing about you could be sentenced up to a $10,000 fine. When you balance that against the life sentence, the $10,000, you're like, maybe you're not worried about that. But you could go to prison for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
And what I'm being told is that you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing, that you have made zero progress on your probation. And you've been on probation since May of 2023. So you've been on probation for a year and you have done nothing. Do you want to go to prison? Because if you want to go to prison, what you can do is you can get an attorney here and you can talk. I believe this is maybe a criminal trial division case. Your attorney can negotiate with them for a revocation and they can present it to the court for the amount of time you want to do in prison. I can follow it or not follow it because this is a contract with the court, not with whoever, whichever attorney you hire or the state. How old are you?
18.
I'm sorry, what?
18.
All right, so you're 18. You do the math about how much time they would probably have you do at the prison. There are usually rules saying, hey, when you consider sentencing somebody, if you go to jury trial, you can consider that there's a parole law out there, but you can't determine or try to think, I wonder what parole will do, because nobody knows what parole will do. Maybe you'll be paroled, maybe not. But what I can tell you is whatever time you're sentenced to, you have to do half the time. So you're 18. Let's say you get sentenced to 30 years. You have to do 15 years flat. So you do the math, 18 plus 15. And then I can guarantee you, even though I'm not supposed to do that, I can guarantee you that when your parole comes up, they're not going to let you out on the first try. So you need to decide, do you want to go to prison? Because what you're telling me by your actions is you do. And if you want to go to prison, guess what? I will tell you, the government, they always say they don't have money for certain things. They always have money to build another prison. They always have space for you at the prison, whether they have space or not. They're fine. If a cell says there's only supposed to be 3 people in this cell, they're fine with putting an extra person in there. So if you want to go to prison, I will send you to prison. I won't gladly send you to prison, but I'll send you to prison. I remember an 18-year-old went to prison, and I'll move on to my next case. So would you like to go to prison?
No.
Then why are you behaving as though you want to go to prison?
I haven't got time. My job doesn't give me time to follow in my rules.
Okay, you're mumbling and I cannot hear you.
My job doesn't let me follow.
All right, it's funny you should say that because in the report I have, it says probationer has also made no attempt to work on his community service hours, no attempt to really do his drug testing, no attempt to sign up for the classes he's supposed to sign up for. So then you have a question. You're 18, and I'm sure you're not living by yourself. Who do you live with?
No, my fiance and my son.
All right, so you have a question. Your question is, do you want to go to prison? If you end up going to prison, you won't have a job. I mean, they may make you make things at the prison if you want to, but you won't have a real job. And I know people come to me, and you know what people come to me and say? Why are you being so hard on him? They're trying to get it together. They're working. Here's the problem. You're on probation. Other people who did not break the law don't have to worry about reporting to probation and how it impacts their employment. You're on probation. If you just decide to do what you want to do, then guess what? You're not on probation. And I tell you what, I see here that you were approved for traveling. Look, he has requested to travel to Florida for a family trip, June 26th through July 1st to Kissimmee, Florida. You didn't have any problem with your employment then. You sure made time to go traveling to Florida, but you can't make time to do your community service. You can't make time to do any of your classes, but you can make time to go to Florida with family. I always say if it's important, you treat it like it's important. Maybe this probation is not important to you. If it's not, then you can go to prison. So I'm telling you right now, yes, you are required to have employment while you're on probation. You have a child. You decided to have a child. Nobody forced you to engage in activities that resulted in a child. You have to take care of your child financially. According to your conditions of probation, you have to support all your dependents. I don't know why you're an 18-year-old. I don't know how old the girl is that you're dating or you have a baby with. I don't know why her parents are letting you all live at the house. Maybe they're just doing it because they're concerned about their grandchild. But you're on probation. One of the conditions of probation that's mandated by the law is you have to take care of your dependents. So you got to have a job to take care of your dependents. I require you to have a job. But if that job is interfering with your ability to do your conditions of probation, then you need to get another job. Or either you need to work the graveyard shift. Nobody likes working the graveyard shift, but you have to do what you have to do. And I would tell my clients all the time, you have a choice. When I was a defense attorney, they'd be like, I have a job. You know what I would tell them? You have a choice. If you get sent to prison, guess what? You're not going to be working that job, and that employer is not going to hold it off to you. So you have choices you have to make. You're in an adult world. You've done adult things by having a child, adult things by committing this offense, and you're on adult probation. So I'm telling you right now, you're going to start that class. You're going to start doing your community service hours, and you're going to regularly do your UAs. We're not having another conversation about your issues with employment because guess what? These are the times that these classes are open. It's in the daytime. It's not in the nighttime. So you probably need to get a job that is graveyard shift or either the middle shift, 3 to 11. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything you do not understand?
No, ma'am.
And what do you do for employment?
I work at a barber shop.
Oh, yeah. You need to do the overnight shift or either, guess what? You can work on Saturdays and Sundays at the barber.
Yes, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else? All right, next time I see you, if I get a report like this, the next time I see you, it's going to be, you're going to have a warrant issued for your arrest. You're going to come over dressed in orange or whatever classification color they put you in. Either you're going to make bond or not. And we're going to have a hearing on the allegations that are in the motion. I had better start seeing progress. And there'll be no more out-of-state family trips for you until I see progress. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you need?
No.
Is there anything that you do not understand?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, probation. You're welcome.